Welcome, I am me. We are all here. This is my YouTube channel apparently. I haven't even made this YouTube channel, like the actual account yet, as I'm filming this, but I'm sure it's gonna be great. So when I was doing my GCSEs, I filmed so that I would remember my GCSEs so that I wouldn't forget them, and then I'd be like, so I could look back on them, because I filmed most of these after the half term and before the half term. Like during the half term, I was looking back at the things I did before the half term, and I was like, shit, I don't remember any of these. So then I filmed after the half term so that I could be like, this is how my GCSEs actually went. But I filmed a lot of videos, but then also not enough, so it's great. So here we are. This is going to be a GCSE vlog. It's now mid-August and GCSEs were like 2 months ago, but that's okay because I'm here. I won't be including any, I won't be saying the grades I think I'm gonna get in this video. Well, maybe I will for maybe like maths, but because I think it's gonna be a bit awkward is because I'm posting this probably before I get my results. So I post it and then I say like, oh, I'm gonna get a 7 in this subject, and then I fail it, that's gonna be a bit awkward. Or even if I just get like a 5 or I get like a 6, like that's gonna be awkward. Also, in all these videos, I'm filming like this, and we're not gonna question it, okay? We're gonna see it, we're gonna go, oh, that's a vibe, and we're gonna ignore it. Thank you. I did my English language exam. It went okay. I've been seeing like what other people put for their answers on TikTok, and I'm like, that was probably a better answer than what I put. Like that's what I meant, but that's not what I said. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I had like a way better idea that I could put for my writing, because I wrote about like a dog. Someone buying a dog after their dog had died, because relatable shit. And I should have made it like an old man and his like wife had died. That would have been so great. Trying to write history, it's honestly kind of sexy. Kind of forgot that using a whiteboard makes me feel so smart. But this bit just like slightly distracting me, I'm not gonna lie. She keeps jumping on my back and doing other shit, which like we really shouldn't be doing. Like, if you want me to not fail, why would you do this? What the fuck is wrong with that? Anyway, peace. I feel like I did pretty well with Cold War, but then I stopped because I was like, I'm running out of time, and I haven't done any Elizabeth, and I've moved on to Elizabeth, and I'm really fucking tired, and I don't think I can do it. I don't know if I have the concentration to be able to do this. I just did biology, and first of all, I was literally dying in the exam because it was so fucking hot, and I hadn't drunk any water all day, and I was like, so like I was like, before the exam I was actually like falling asleep, and I was like, I don't think I can physically make it through this exam. And then we walked in and we were like the last people to walk in, and it was so awkward, like everyone was staring at us. It was like an okay exam. I did waffle on like a couple of questions, but like it was okay, kind of, maybe. But then I went on TikTok and everyone was like, half the people I saw was like, that was shit. Half the people were like, that was really easy, because like if you revised it'd be easy, but if you didn't revise it'd be kind of hard. Everyone was like, yeah, 50 plus. 50 plus? Do people usually get like 50 plus in exams? Because I mean, I got that once when I had done the exam already. But then I've looked at the grade boundaries and you need like 45 for a 9.9, so. But I counted it up, and when I was like counting it so it'd be hard, I got like 45, no, not 45, like 34. And I was like really being strict with myself. And I previously counted it up when I was like kind of being strict but kind of not being strict, and I got like 45. When I'm watching videos and I'm like able to skip like half of like the free science lesson videos because they're all triple, it makes me feel so proud of myself. I'm like, good job, you you didn't put yourself in that situation. I was gonna revise today because I'm gonna do Sunday. I'm just gonna do English language, which is scaring me because I watched one video on like question 2, but other than that I've done no English language, paper 2, and I feel like it might be a bit much for me. If I'm tired, I won't do it, and that's a bit scary, but I hope for the best. And then I have chemistry, physics, and history all next week. I haven't done any history revision, and I haven't done like any chemistry or physics, because I thought paper 2 would be really easy because I revised it all like a few weeks ago when we did our mocks, but I literally remember none of it. Like, literally none. Which is great. But you know, it's okay. It's not. Also, physics is so boring, and history is so boring. We are trying to revise chemistry, but to be honest, I'm just kind of watching the videos, not listening. It finishes, I'm like, oh, I never got to listen to that, and then can't be asked to watch it again. But I'm hoping I'm just going to plan on watching these. I basically almost watched like every video I need to watch, and then I'm going to do the cognito of them, and then I'm going to do some past papers, and that's my plan. I actually can't wait for these exams to be over because, and I started my period, so I'm like cramping, and I like, why does my period have to, like, there is if my period was next week, then I would only have to have my period once in the exams. But no, this is my second time having my period during the exams. I had it in the first week, and now I'm having it on the last week, even though it's not last week, which is painful. Look outside. You know when the world is like that colour, it feels like I'm on like a set. Because there's no shadows. Like, there are shadows, but they're not shadows. And it feels so fake. Like, I don't trust it. I don't like it. Get this right. So there's 2 on that side, 3 on that side. So if you increase the pressure, there'll be more on that side, and there'll be less on that side. So you just the right. Why? No, it's because there's 2 on both sides, you idiots. Why did I say it was 3? There was clearly 2 on both sides. Pain. I forgot hydrocarbons existed, and now I'm actually quite upset. Mandy. No. Mandy likes Peter's balls. No, there's no E. There's no L. Mandy eats Peter's balls. That's fair. Methane, ethane, propane, butane. Thanks. I don't know if it's butane, but it is now. I did 1 past paper, and I got 56. I'm doing another one now. Thriving. I did chemistry, paper 2. It went okay. It was so long. I finished in like 40 minutes, and I had so long left, and I'm like, that's how long it's going to take me to finish product design, and I'm going to have so long left. I'm going to cry. Because when it's your last GCSE and you know, like, okay, I'm finally fucking done with this shit, but you still have to stay in the room for another like hour. It does things to you. There were a couple questions where I was like, ew, but you know, we vibed. I counted up. My like worst case scenario was actually being quite strict, and then I ended up with like 42. So I was like, okay, that could actually be like realistic. And then I did a best case scenario, and I don't remember what it was. It was probably like, I think it was like 54 or something like that. But then it's like, it's not really a best case scenario, because the best case scenario, like, obviously I answered every question. So best case scenario would just be 4 marks. But yeah, I almost missed a question because I had to like draw a graph, and it was like 3 marks. So I almost missed that question. And then the question after that, I feel like I got wrong, but irrelevant. Like literally everything that I revised like this morning came up. So kind of sexy, but also I didn't remember any of it. So yeah, but some of I did remember, so that was nice. I always like to know that my morning panics are worth something. So I've done maths paper 3, so maths GCSE. It went okay-ish. All the questions I've seen so far on TikTok, I've gotten right. And obviously I didn't answer the last question. And then some other questions I didn't answer, but I know for a fact they were wrong. I'm trying to learn what all these questions mean in history, because I swear I've never heard of half of these. Genuinely can't be bothered anymore, like it's so long. Because I have today, and then I have tomorrow, and then I have Friday, and then I have Monday. I'm so done with this whole thing. But I'm looking at the history thing and I'm like, you know, I could do no revision and still kind of understand it. Because, you know, it's just like sources and interpretations, and you just have to talk about sources and the interpretations. Not great. I need the mark scheme, like it's actually killing me. Like I need to count up my marks. I've done so badly on this one. I needed this one to go better than the second one, and it's gone worse. How's it gone worse? Everyone's saying this one was really easy. Then the first one, oh no, I figured out how you do the fucking last question as well. For some reason it didn't click in my mind. The Y was clearly literally 3x. It kills me. Like genuinely it kills me. I decided to give up on history because I'm too stressed. We have the mark scheme, and I think I got like 69, so actually there was no need to stress. Although I don't know how I got down to 66 before. Maybe I've gaslit myself into thinking I got questions right that I got wrong, but I don't know. I think I took more away than I did this time then. Hoping for that 9. Right boys, so we did the history. It wasn't actually that bad, like it could have been like a lot worse. I was waffling on the question, the 12 marker, so I opened the paper and I see that like the first questions are on Vietnam, and I genuinely wanted to cry. And so I turned to the 12 marker straight away to see if it was like achievable, and I had genuinely no idea what it was talking about. And I almost had a panic attack. But then I did the inference question, and honestly those were not inferences. I could have gone back to it at the end and like redone it because I had a lot of time at the end, but we'll get to that. But to be honest, I was done with Vietnam, so I didn't want to go back there. So I didn't actually read any of the sources or the interpretations because, you know, that's not my thing. I wrote an entire page on interpretation 1. The question was on interpretation 2. Like obviously you're meant to reference both, but I feel like you're meant to either write the same or write more about the one in the question, but I literally waffled about interpretation 1. And I didn't even know what I was talking about, so I literally wrote nothing about interpretation 2. I'm actually so happy because we're done with history. I'm never gonna have to do history again. I literally hate history because it's like so boring. Window, I've just finished physics GCSE. Oh my god. Combined science. And you know, we're 5 in. So I've now only got 1 GCSE left. Physics went like okay, there were a lot of questions where I was staring at the fucking physics equation sheet. I was like, it's not giving me the answer. But I ended up just giving up. But I counted them up and I actually got kind of high. So, hoping for the best. Still haven't finished my GCSEs, but in my head I have. So then I'm like, on Monday, how am I going to feel? Like, am I just having this feeling twice? Or am I, you know, feeling like, I don't know. Am I not going to feel anything on Monday? Because I'm not really feeling anything today, so what if it's just like sizzle?